All right, how's everybody doing? Good day today, Wednesday practice, and thought we had a really good day. The offense, I thought, responded really well. Third down day and all that good stuff, and really pleased. I thought we had a solid day, and I know our guys are excited about this week and looking forward to getting back on the field. And I think, for us, it's really exciting. You come to Auburn or to play in games like this, and that's what I think our players are excited about, the opportunity to play a really good Clemson team and on the road and all the things that go with it. And I think it'll really be a good measure and stick for us and kind of see where we are. Questions?
Chip, as an offense, you play at home, you don't have to deal with it, the noise.
Yeah.
How do y'all handle that here?
Yeah, I mean, communication is the key to playing good offense. There's a lot of ways to do things. We have a lot of ways that we communicate back and forth with, from the sideline, O-line, and so forth. But I think you just try to simulate it as best you can in practice, and hopefully your system is built where it'll weather any kind of storm, whether it's on the road or at home.
Looking back on Saturday, what you think of Jared and kind of what you saw?
Yeah, I thought Jared played well. I mean, we had obviously the one interception he threw that, was really just a bad decision. He'd be the first to tell you that. He's pretty hard on himself, but I thought he played solid. He kind of took what they gave us, so to speak. Obviously in the RPO world, sometimes you don't know if you're going to throw it or run it until after the ball snaps. So I thought he made some really good decisions, and I think he'll improve each week. Yeah, I think the line played pretty well. I mean, we had a couple busts, up front, just some young players but I think overall, I think they played pretty well. I mean, I think the pass protection, I think we held the ball some. We need to get the ball out of our hand, I think, a little quicker. And I think Jared would be the first to tell you that. But overall, I thought it was a solid effort.
Did you see him improve in that as he got a little bit into
I think so. I think he was, obviously hadn't played in a while and all that. Everybody knows that. But I thought as the game went, he settled in and played well. And the bottom line is, when he made the mistake early, it could have gone bad for him. And I thought he kept his head up. And that's what you want your quarterback to do. You got to play the next play. You can't rely too much on the good and the bad of the previous play. I thought he did that and continued to improve.
You like what you saw from Cam Martin and
yeah.
knowing that maybe you'll have to count on him a little bit this week with carry on out?
Yeah, I think so. I think Cam played well, and I think, Cam got kind of thrown in there unexpectedly and probably got more carries than he thought he might, but he handled it well. I thought he did pretty well in pass protection as well, and I think he's a guy that definitely is one of the several backs we have that I think we'll have to have as this season plays out.
And Karen, Petway back into the fold. How's he handling things this week? Does he look like the guy that's ready to go?
Oh, yeah, I'm excited about him. I mean, I think, he's a guy that obviously is a veteran player that's carried the ball a lot. So anytime you have the opportunity to get him, I think it's important, for your offense to get all your guys healthy for sure.
I know deep ball is something that you want to incorporate. I know you did get a ton of those opportunities last week. Is that one of those situations where Jared, you get some of those one-on-one situations?
Yeah, Georgia Southern, even last year, they didn't give up balls over the top of them at all, hardly. So it was one of those deals where the coverage they played kind of dictated where the ball had to go, I think. We did try a couple times. I think we had a drop on a long touchdown and another drop on a crossing route. If you hit both those, you're feeling pretty good about the end, the line, so to speak. But I thought overall he made really good decisions. There, obviously, we want to throw the ball down the field some, but sometimes the opportunities don't present themselves.
How did Prince take do his first college start?
Yeah, he did well. He had a couple really MAs there that created a couple negative plays, but he wasn't the only one. I thought overall for his first opportunity to play, I thought he did really well.
Chip, looking at the Clemson side of their defensive line, in particular, they have two of the better tackles.
Yeah.
Their corner is also probably one of the better quarterback tandems.
Yep.
Just what do you see in the matchups first for your interior line and then for your receiver?
Yeah, definitely. They're a very talented defense for sure, and well coached. Do a great job. They play really hard. I think our guys are looking forward to that challenge. Our offensive line, we got 3 veteran players that kind of anchor that front for us, and I think they're looking forward to the challenge. I mean, like I said earlier, this is why you come to Auburn and play in these kinds of games, and I think they bought into that, but it's definitely a really talented front. We're going to have to be ready to play, and then, the corners are comparable, really good players like our corners here, and so luckily for us, we get to see a lot of those guys every day, and I think we'll respond the right way, and try to make some plays. At the same time, we got to play well as a unit. It's not really one group. I think if we'll play well as a unit, we'll have an opportunity to win.
As a play caller,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of know or think what you're doing going into the year, but now that you have a game under your belt,
Mm-hmm.
how much does it help just to go back and now
Yeah.
think about what went on?
Well, sometimes game one's tough too, because you don't really know what you're going to get a lot. You say, oh, well, last year they did this or that. Well, that didn't hold true, to be honest with you. So, you try to go in with a pretty simple plan where you can just kind of execute, and that's kind of what we did. And, I think as you move forward, I think your team continues to evolve, and I think we're headed in the right direction.
Do you enjoy the communication with Coach Malzahn and Coach Hand while things are going on?
Yeah.
How's that work out?
Oh, really well. Yeah, Coach Hand's very valuable. I mean, he's, up in the box, and obviously it's the first time he and I worked together, so you're kind of filling each other out, but gave a lot of really good information, and when we asked for things, and, I think in between series is when you really communicate more than anything, because the game's going so fast, and you're making quick decisions and calling plays, so all the communication really comes in between series, and Coach Hand's really good at doing that.
How was Darius Slade sort of played this week after having a drop and having the fun with him?
Yeah, he's been fine. I mean, he's, obviously he's disappointed in himself as much as we, as much as we want him to catch it. I mean, he's hard on himself as well, and I don't think he's gonna live and die on that one catch. So I'm looking forward to him having a big year for us.
What will Kyle Davis bring?
Yeah. Yeah, just a big presence, a big body, a guy that's played a lot last year, and made some plays. And I think he's, he's one of those guys that's kind of a guy that you can put out there, hopefully in a one-on-one situation, have an opportunity to win some. And, I think also he's just a guy that's played. So for us, he's a veteran guy, so to speak, even though he's a young player. And we're looking forward to getting him back.
I know you challenge players every week.
Mm-hmm.
Is this one especially for your receivers? Like, hey, we've got to have a couple of guys step up in some key situations, and we know it on the road.
Probably not any more than anything else. I mean, we try to challenge those guys every day, and they're continuing to improve. So I'm looking forward to seeing them play.
We talked to Ryan Davidson.
Yeah.
He said him and Will kind of feed off each other. And that's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
What do they bring to you guys as an offense, having those two kind of go back and forth?
Yeah, they're both really solid players and kind of similar. I think they do a really good job of decision making and in some of the route concepts that we're running. And I think they're both pretty solid catching the ball and smart players, and they do their best. They play hard every time out, so they bring a lot to the table.
Is Nick Craig Myers someone you want to try to get more involved? He wasn't starting early.
Yeah, he was really involved. He made a great block on Carry-On's run. It was and the best thing about that was he made the block that triggered the touchdown, and he was the second one down there to celebrate. So to me, that's what it's all about. I'm excited about him. Sometimes the ball comes your way and sometimes it doesn't. But when he gets an opportunity, I think he'll make a lot of plays.
How different are your routes and the concepts of what these guys did?
There's definitely some differences in some of our concepts. I mean, we've kept some of the things that have been really good here, but we've also added a lot of new things that I think sometimes you're still learning, so to speak. But there's some differences, and I think the nuances maybe don't show up all the time. And but just like the other night, I mean, there's 6 or 8 things we did that I hadn't done before. So and some we did well, and some we didn't. But that's part of it, and we'll continue to improve.
Coach Malzahn mentioned that Malik's got to be ready just in case.
Yep.
Something happens to Jarrett. But
Yep.
how do you handle him in practice? Do you allow him to maybe get a period or two with the scout team for them to get a look, or is he strictly with the second team this week?
Yeah, no, he's always been with us. We do have some crossover periods where we service each other, and he'll go down and do a lot of that. But no, he's with us and very involved in our game plan. And if he gets the opportunity to play, we expect him to play well.
How's he progressed just since the end of camp to
Yeah.
now where it's in season?
Yeah.
Preparing for game plan?
I think he's improved as much in the meeting room than anywhere else. He's always been a talented guy. He can throw it, he can run it. He's improved just understanding of his offense and preparing and taking notes and doing the little things. I think he's improved a whole lot, and I think he'll continue to get better and better.
Jeff, would you like to see a little bit more consistency out of right
Oh, I just think fundamentals, clean up fundamentals. You know, I don't think, you know, Darius is a veteran guy as well. He'll tell you that you know he expects himself to play well every time out, and he did some good things, and I don't see him being any you know, having any more pressure on him than anybody else. I think he'll play well.
You said the players are excited about a game like this.
Yeah.
Have you noticed anything different about Cam Pettway this week, just because he didn't play last week and he didn't get any carries last week?
Yeah, I think he's anxious to go. I think that's something for sure that he's excited about. I mean, you know, he's a talented guy that's played a lot, so I think for sure he'll be ready to go.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Coach.
All right.
Thank you.